Hi, CrAzzYmrBC here today, and this is a response video to Last Stand Gamer's video about the gravitational warheads. I've refined it in some ways, made it more compact, and I think it actually works quite nicely. This is the first test I'll show you, and it is a light armor that is 10 blocks in length. And there you can see the rock exiting out from the back. So not surprisingly, like in his videos, it exited all the way through. One thing you'll notice different is that the gravity is still on. I noticed it seemed like in his videos that he had the power generator right behind the explosive, so once it blew up it would send the rock forth, but then you would lose power. I think there's a lot more damage to come from keeping continuous power on, so I implemented that in my design. Now here is the heavy armor test. See, it also is 10 blocks long, and we'll just quickly go to footage of that. I'm gonna have to apologize for most of my footage. I probably should have stuck the cockpit on the outside. As you can see, I just pretty much modified the blue ship to test this. And don't worry, I'll be showing you guys what the design looks like exactly. Oh, yeah, see? I have trouble getting out. Probably should have painted it too. It's a little hard to see, especially when you're that far behind. So, and it looks like it actually did some damage. Now, one thing you'll notice is that it didn't just get embedded in there, it actually pushed through most of it, and look at how far that went through heavy armor. That's a lot of damage. It's not as big, but you can imagine that getting into your ship and just causing all sorts of chaos. And as we'll see here soon, the fact that the gravity is still on makes a difference. Once I delete most of this, it actually, the asteroid still goes through more of the armor. Now, one of the key differences in both of our torpedoes is that mine doesn't have to have the asteroid suspended in a gravity field. Granted, it's not as cool looking because I put mine in a cargo container, but the effect is essentially the same, and my torpedo is a lot smaller and more efficient because of that. What I do is put the asteroid into a cargo container and put a warhead up front, and I'll show this in a second. But pretty much the warhead, the hole, so that the torpedo may get inside their ship, and once the area that has the cargo container hits, it destroys the cargo container and the asteroid is released, and then the gravity generators cause it to do all sorts of damage. Now you'll notice that mine's obviously not as nice looking, but is still the same. I am not that good of a designer, so you'll have to forgive me on that. This space here is for a reason too. If the cargo container gets destroyed by the explosion, it doesn't release the rock. So I found to not get it destroyed, you have to at least make it 7 blocks in length. And to keep at least one of the generators alive, you have to build about 7 in length behind that. Now, this is footage of me hitting the red ship with this torpedo, because I was curious about what would actually happen if you were to fire it on a real ship with its own gravity generator. And there you can see the rock flying. What I think's cool about this is that it acts, again, like a heat shell. It did a lot of damage right there, but you'll notice over to the right that it barely did any damage there. And pretty much with heat shells, any armor spacing dramatically weakens the amount of damage it does. And as you can see, it didn't pierce much after that, but where it did hit, it did do a lot of damage. We measure it, it equals about to 9 or 10 blocks in length. And we will be coming from the other side this time, hopefully to get a better shot for you guys. Torpedoes definitely are hard to aim precisely where you want, so you will want to definitely carry missile turrets and Gatling guns on your ships. But as you will see, the damage is definitely worth carrying some torpedoes on your ship. Anyways, that will be it for me. Like and subscribe if you appreciated this video, and leave any feedback or comments below. If you would like me to try to make another weapon system, please also leave that in the comments. I will try to do that, though there is no guarantee. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.